Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet. We're back here for our FM24 save with Hajduk Split in the Croatian League. It has gone incredibly well in this first season, and it looks like we are only going to be doing a single season here. We've won the Super Cup already against Dynamo Zagreb in the first game of the season. We've been amazing in the league, and today we should be winning the league, and we are also in the semi-finals of the Croatian Cup. So all going on. Let's have a look. Yeah, folks, so we're going to be playing a game against Dynamo Zagreb in the league today. We are 17 points ahead of them, which is a point beyond where we were last time, I think. And there are 18 points to play for in the league. If we do anything better than a loss, then we win the league, and that would be fantastic. Considering we are unbeaten at home in the league, I think that's entirely likely. We have dropped some more points against teams who are not Dynamo. Some of them were a little bit curious in how those happened, but we've continued to do a little bit better than Dynamo have in the league. They have lost. They lost against Varazin away from home, which was a weird one. Let's have a look at the results. So you saw the draw against Dynamo and then the win against Osijek. We followed that up. This was a tough game against Rijeka, who are one of the other teams who can put a bit of hurt on us. And this was a somewhat even game. They took the lead. Perisic scored a cracking goal, and we pushed, and we just couldn't get the goal. So I was disappointed with that, but it wasn't entirely surprising. A 4-1 win away at Gorica, who are bottom. Livalja, Krovinovic, Perisic and Bricalo with the goals. Home against Lokomotiva, a 3-1 win there. Livalja, Kalinic and Pushkas. And then a good away win against Slavan Belupo, 4-2. An own goal brace. I've not seen that before. From Bozic, the Belupo defender. It was fantastic. Ben Rahu and Bricalo with the other goals. A win over Istra, Livalja and Kleinheiser. This was far closer than it should have been. And then an away draw against Vazadin. We scored a cracking goal. Should have scored a lot more. They had a penalty and scored the penalty. It was never a penalty, but look, they had one shot on target. We had 9 shots on target. This was never a result that should have happened, but there we go. We've just beaten Rudez 4-0 away from home. Kleinheisler, Bricalo with a brace and Livalja, and we're playing Dynamo today. We're also going to be playing Rijeka in the semi-final of the Croatian League Cup, and the winner of that will play Istra or non-league side Kolovac 1919. So I hope that we'll get through that, and if we do, we've got a really good chance to win the Croatian Cup, which would be the treble. That would be kind of cool to do that within our first season. I'm not normally a first season guy, but we've really made things work well with this team. Just briefly having a look at how Dynamo have got on. They have improved. They had a very poor run during this period, and They lost that game against Vazadin at home, didn't understand that, and then drew away at Rudez. But they did beat Slavan Belupo 5-1, so, you know, it doesn't always make sense. Osijek 4-1, so they're starting to score some goals finally. It's taken them a lot of time. Bruno Petkovic is a particularly strong player for them. As you can see, 21 goals in the league in 22 games, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. So let's go out there and play Hajduk and see whether we can win the league at our place. This would be nice if we could. Set the team up and then we'll come back. Right, this is what we are going with. Livalja is going to leave the line. Bricalo, Ben Rahu and Perisic across the attacking midfield, and Zappa and Pushkas in that's a more defensive midfield role. Diallo, Ferro, Ilaz, Mufi across the back line, and Kalinic in goal. We are going strong with this one. We've been dominant every single time we've played Dynamo. We have outplayed them. We just not managed to score the goals that we should have done. We've beaten them twice, once in the cup away from home, once away from home again in the Super Cup. Can we do it in the league? We've drawn through it twice and lost once. Well, Petkovic, who is a danger, is going to have the first shot from a lot of distance. Oh no, he doesn't. That's past us. I thought I'm not so certain about these tops. I know it's blue and white, but I didn't see that guy as being. I thought he was one of ours. It was quite hard to see because we've got blue arms, so when they're side on, but they are 1-0 up against us away from home. This is not what I expected. Misic. Who's that? Is that our guy? I don't know who's who. It's really hard to tell because they're both. Everyone's got white arms, and you look at someone what side on, and it's impossible to tell who's who. But we need to get a draw basically to make sure we win the league. Now, there's no chance we're not going to win the league because all we need to do is beat somebody else. But I don't want to lose. What's going on here? That's not ours. I don't want to lose against Zagreb because I feel it would be nice to do it at home against the best team. Okay, we've lost. We've lost a goal. Perisic off the bar. Oh, he's such a danger. 34 minutes in. Here's Brecalo now. Here's Ben Rahu. Oh, lovely shot and just past the post. We are again dominant. Well, okay, we're at half time. It's 1-0 to Dynamo. This is not what we want. But I think we carry on like this. We should be able to score something, surely. Otherwise, we're going to have to. Here's Ben Rahu with the corner. Doesn't really go very far. Ilaz has got it back. So they pushed us back nicely. Mufi. Just trying to find that pass. Going to try the other side maybe. Yeah, here's Diallo. But there's no one opened up. Here's a Zappa. And they've done well to pick the ball off us, but we just didn't have really anyone open. A little frustrating. Here's Diallo. Brecalo. Nicely done. Perisic. He's been a great player. It'd be nice to him to get the goal that wins us it eventually. Oh, off the bar again. We have been. Oh no, it's a penalty. Wow. Why was that? I didn't see anything wrong there. Was it a handball? I mean, it'd be good if it told you like broadly why the penalty was given, because I struggle to see what that is. Livalja, and he gets the goal. It's 1-1, and as things stand, if it finishes like this, we are going to win the league. I want to do this in style. I want to beat Dynamo. It's frustrating that we've struggled to do it in the league. I mean, we've had 7 shots to their 1. Just saying. Here we go again. Lovely ball. Lavalja. Into Diallo. Ferro. It's beautifully through. Brecalo. Ben Rahu. It's 2-1. And that's more like it. It's not the man I'd have expected to score, but he is the one out of those attacking midfielders who I feel slightly more confident with. And yeah, 2-1, and this is guaranteed to win the league, but it means we would end up, I think, 20 points ahead of them, which is a massive, massive difference in between the clubs. Here we go again. Here's Diallo. Ben Rahu, it's cleared. I'm trying to. It's Diallo. Puts the ball in. It's just into nothing there, though. It's cleared again. And we just get it back. And there's just so little from them. It's bizarre. That's a nice ball, though. That did find the space. It feels like something might be on the way here for them. Spikic. He's in it again. Stojkovic. It's 2-2. They've had 2 shots, scored 2 goals. So it's not all over, folks. So he brought Odeja in. He is... he's the guy who can shoot from anywhere, score from anywhere. Wow. Is that out? Is that going to be... I'm slightly concerned here. That was a good effort, and we should have... The goalkeeper should have come out there, shouldn't he? But it's 2-2. We are still winning the league as things stand. But here's Bracalo. Can he find the back of the net and hit the bar? I think that's the third one that we've had, at least off a post or a bar or something. We have been utterly dominant, but still, it's not guaranteed. The ball goes in. Oh, that's off the bar. Wow. Wow. Why are we not winning those headers? It looks like suddenly it's sort of turned around, hasn't it? Petkovic misses the pass. We need to make a change somewhere. So we've changed a couple of players down the right side, and there it is. There it is, folks. Hajduk and Kleinheisler coming on, because we just were looking knackered down that right side. But look at that, folks. We are... What are these in the background? Please say those aren't palm trees. We are league winners. Absolutely fantastic. There I am. Looking... it's not a good look, is it? But, doesn't matter what the manager looks like when you win the league. What a wonderful thing, folks. What a wonderful thing. League victors. Well done. Fabulous stuff from all round. But we still didn't beat Dynamo in the cup. How over those games? I mean, that one particularly. We hit the post. We had like a 2.5, 2.6 XG. They had a 0.8. It's a weird old game, this was. But there we go. We've done it. That's all that matters, folks. That's all that matters. We stay 18 points ahead of them, 17 points ahead of them. That is absolutely fine. So we're going to be playing Rijeka up next in the cup. So I'll come back for that. Oh, before we do, just to point out, this is the 7th title Hadjuk Split have won, 24 having gone to Dynamo. It's been a while since Dynamo since Hajduk last won it back in 2020. Back in 04-05. Right, here we are in the Croatian Cup semi-final against Rijeka. Hoping we can do well here. We're going to put a very similar team out. I'll just set that up and then we'll come back and see what changes I've made. Right, changes we have got in there is exactly the same team, other than Odeja is coming in for Zappa in that midfield role, and Hajduk is going to be at right back, slightly more attacking right back there. So let's see how we do. Right, we're kicking off. I'm hopeful we can continue to be good in the cup. We've been really strong so far. Well, we've certainly been up there in terms of the chances. Well, we've had 3 chances. It's not been the most entertaining first 20 minutes. You just hope that the winning the league doesn't take any of the motivation away, because I desperately want to win the treble. I'd love to finish on a treble. I don't think I've ever done that before. So certainly not in the first season of any league, with the exception of the match in Riga, where I think we didn't in the first season. I think we lost in the cup. So yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd like to have a chance to do it. Let's put it like that. It's nicely done though. They've played well round. They've not had a shot yet. The ball goes out. Here they come again. Kalbraja. I mean, Ilez took the ball so obviously there. How is that a penalty? This is exactly what we had in the previous one where we drew, where it was such a good tackle, and you saw the ball get taken, but it still says it's a penalty. So yeah, we're 1-0 down through the dodgiest of decisions. We won't watch that again. Right, we need to come from behind again. Well, we've got to half time, and in all honesty, it's not been great. We're going to have to make a change. Zappa is back in there. I wonder whether we go with the big man up top Kalinic coming on, Livalja just dropping back, and Ben Rahu coming off. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Perisic. Oh, Kleinheisler's, that's all of our subs, is it? Yeah, is that all of our subs? No, I think we've got one more to go. Here's Diallo. We need to be better. I do not want to lose this. Here's Bricalo round the corner. Kleinheisler, can he be the difference maker? Bricalo can score from anywhere. That's what we found out about him. Oh, that guy. When we're up against it, time and time again, he comes back and scores a goal. But right, it's all square. But look at this. He's put the pressure that's been put on him, and he just touches round the corner, and the goalkeeper couldn't get near it. 1-1. Here's Livalja, but losing the ball there. Nicely done. Putting the pressure on. Kabore using the width there, but oh, come on, we got to win that ball. That's offside. Got to be offside. Maric. Yeah, the linesman got his flag up. I think it was pretty obvious, that one. Maybe a chance from Kalinic, who's dropped out of favour a little bit in the second half of the season. Ilez can't score any more headed goals. Here's Zappa. Oh, it's in. Oh, wow, that was a deflected shot off the post and behind the goalkeeper before he knew what had happened. That was a lucky one. Here's Ilez, does well to keep the ball alive, and here's Zappa into Puskás, and the tackle goes into Zappa, and he just deflects it off the defender Cabreja past the goalkeeper, and we're 2-1 up, and that is more like it. I mean, they've had one shot on target. This is very similar to the game we've just played. They've gone through us. He's gone wide with the shot. Wow, that was poor defending. We've got some changes we can still make. They are putting the pressure on us. And here's Kalinic. He just drops on the ball. And up it goes. Why were our defenders getting right in their faces? And it's in. It's in. Pijaka, that was dreadful. Again, poor defending. It's offside. Jesus. I think I'm going to take Kadu off, who's been pretty poor actually on that right side. And we'll put Mufi back on. I'm going to bring on Saralja for Ilez because I'm not, and we'll just swap those two around so Faro is the ball winning defender or ball playing defender. They've had the ball in the back of the net twice now. This has not been the most impressive performance. I think all in all this hasn't been the best game, but you can kind of understand it. But we've got the ball here. Here's Kalinic. Bracalo, who's going to look for a pass, look for a route through. Kleinheisler. There's no one ahead of him. Here's Faro, passes it through. Livalja. Oh, here's Zappa. Diallo. Oh, he could have finished it off there and sent us into the final. And there it is. We are going to be Croatian Cup finalists. In all honesty, it wasn't the best performance by a long shot from us. I think we were a little lucky to get through that, but we did. And you can see Istra are the team we're going to be playing in the final. Not sure when that is, but that will be what we come back for. That will be our... Oh, Odeja is out. So we'll just have a look when that final is. Oh, it's a two-legged final. Wow. What? Why do that? Anyway, we're going to be playing in a two-legged final to finish off this particular save. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. But if we could win the treble, that would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Anyway, folks, we are league winners. We are Super Cup winners. Can we go on to be cup winners as well. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one, the final episode. Goodbye.